Greetings, year 33 MFL members. We are rolling along and about to wrap this up. I have posted this on the chat in Sleeper. I have actually already sent some texts, individual texts to some owners for them to make some decisions. Shorter list, so this ought to go pretty quick. In fact, it wouldn't shock me if we didn't wrap this up. If not by tonight, then definitely by tomorrow. Tomorrow lunch, something like that. We do have a situation where someone has bid on my player, and I have actually bid on theirs. So I went ahead and submitted my match, no match decision, and we'll just keep that quiet until everybody has made their decision. And then I'll publish them all at once. But I made my decision before I knew anything about what people were going to match or not match. And then I'll have those owners do the same thing. And then once we get it all compiled, I'll put out the results again. Probably, I would imagine, sometime today. But just know we're following the process. And yeah, I think in the end it's probably all going to go pretty smoothly. Here is the document. I made it a document, and I decided not to post it as a link or a document because, again, there's at least one person struggling with the Google. So it's just in the chat. Nico Collins, 70 points on the Quakenados roster, bid by Hoopton. Xavier Worthy on the Ass Kickers roster, 60 points by Hoopton. So that was my two bids. Jamison Williams on my roster, 24 by Tulsa, the Quakenados. Jackson Smith and Jigba on the TD's roster, 48 points by Tulsa. Caleb Williams on the Ass Kickers, 70 points by the Knights. Gasicki on the Coyotes, 3 points by the Tube Stakes. And Nick Westbrook Akine on the Gray Squirrels, 3 points by the Tube Stakes. And that's it. Most owners passed on this round, so that might be something we consider. Next year is maybe we just go like 2 rounds, 4 and 4, or something like that. But pretty efficient, I would say. And again, I know people have lives, and so it took a minute to get everybody kind of ironed out. But again, as long as we've got this done, I feel by I would call it by tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. Man, we've got a week to get our keepers together, and then yeah, we've got our live auction that will happen the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. I think that's August 30th, and Sleeper keeps making it a weird time. I keep trying to make it, on the half hour or whatever, or on the hour, and it doesn't stay. So I don't know what's up with that, but I can just tell you now, when the live auction begins, I tend to just pause it immediately and make sure everybody's set. And then we'll roll. I can tell you, I am the first person to throw out a player this year. My team sucked last year, so I get that honor. And I won't throw anybody out until we're ready. Speaking of the live auction and throwing players out, we have reached a point where if you want to compile a list of any kind, any player that has not been mentioned on a round of bidding, any player that has not been franchised, is now potentially available for the live auction. The only thing that's going to change that is if they are a keeper, meaning your keepers on your rosters and other owners' keepers on their rosters. So you can narrow down pretty clearly, like especially if there's some big money guys out there and the people don't have the money to keep them. Those players are going to go back. There's no other option. Some of those cheaper guys, that might get kept, you'll want to keep an eye on, and they may not be available. But it's a little easier now, I think, to really kind of zone in on probably most of the league winners, if you will, potential league winners. Because if the people can't save them, they can't save them or keep them, and that's just the way it is. We will have some individual conversations, or at least some individual text chains. When it comes to keepers, I'll check my math. You guys will check my math and make sure it's all good as far as everybody's salary. And then at the end, I'll post another spreadsheet that's got franchise players, signed players, matched players, kept players, and all of that. So that'll all be public information going into the live auction. We do have until 24 hours before the live auction to get all that done. Might be better to have that done a little sooner. If there is any kind of a weird circumstance, Andrew Luck retired or somebody blows a knee or whatever, God forbid, come to me with those situations. And again, we've got some things we can do to at least recoup half your money back and save you a roster spot, stuff like that. So we can work that out. I can tell you I don't have my finger on the pulse of the news like I used to, the player news and stuff. I don't watch ESPN every morning like I used to. So there is a chance that something will happen and I won't have a chance to be made aware until you actually make me aware. So anyway, I think this pretty much covers it. I'll wait to hear from these match or no match decisions, which is really only 1, 2, 3, 4, only half the league, so it's not even everybody. If you did not bid and no one bid on your players, then you're in that mode of let's pick some keepers. You're already there. If you made some bids and or you have people bidding on your players, you're going to be wrapped up in the process, at least for a little while here while we finish it up. So once again, stay safe out there, and I will be posting at least 1 or 2 more updates before the auction, maybe even 3. Got to keep the fans happy, All right, y'all be good.